Hi there to everyone out there. This is Greg from Invest Formosa, and just a little bit about ourselves. We're a company or an entity that helps people um, in many ways. First of all, we give people information about things that are happening in the world, whether it's geopolitically, whether it's economically, or we sort of deal a lot with, ecology as well. But today, we're going to talk a little bit about the U.S. presidential elections. Now, I think a lot of people are sort of, I don't know, maybe laughing at this, or they're taking this very seriously about, who's going to win, whether it's going to be Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump or even Obama to stay in there, causing some sort of a situation where he's going to, keep the power and there won't be any presidential elections. So anyway, who's going to win this thing? Well, it's very simple. It's going to be the Rothschild banking family. That's who's going to be the winner. Um, if anybody sort of reads between the lines and sort of takes a look at different kinds of information and the history of what what has happened in the American history as far as presidents and who really holds the power, there's no question it's the Rothschild banking system. And whether it's Hillary or Donald Trump or Obama, all three of these people are controlled by this higher system. So whether any one of them win, it really doesn't matter. People that are voting for Hillary, it's going to be the same result as whether Donald Trump or whether Obama stays in power. There's going to be a U.S. financial collapse, and that includes the economy. It also includes the U.S. dollar. Um, that will be the final result. Now, when this comes, of course, we don't know that. I don't know if anybody does. But if Hillary gets in to be the president, people can expect to see more violence immediately. There could be civil unrest. Hillary wants to go to war with Russia and China. Now, whether that's going to happen would probably be very doubtful. If Donald Trump gets in, well, there probably will be less violence, and it might take a little bit longer for America to go through this financial collapse. And if not Donald, if Obama decides to stay in power for whatever reasons, again, it will probably be somewhere around the same situation as Hillary Clinton, where there's going to be more violence. And, it could take just a little bit less time for the collapse or financial collapse to happen. But it really doesn't matter. Of course, the end result will be financial collapse in some form. Now, there's also a lot of things that are, happening as far as a distraction. Anybody that's been on Facebook or other forms of media, we hear things like, oh, blame the Russians, Putin's an evil guy, or the Chinese, they're causing problems, or, we even have things where the aliens are coming, or there's going to be a great big an event where some meteor is going to come in, or an asteroid that's going to come in and cause some event that's going to cause some sort of havoc in America. These are all they're basically just distractions and more and more Hollywood. So again, the reality is we are going through a financial collapse. For those that are aware, they can read things that are happening as far as, for example, Deutsche Bank, which is a bank in Europe, and this bank is a Rothschild bank that's directly affected to American banks and other banks around the world. And what will happen is we have this thing called a derivative market, which is the shadow banking. That's roughly around $2,300 trillion of money that, of course, that is supporting the above ground financial system in on the global the global economy. And this thing is right here. It's being triggered. Of course, anybody that knows about this will know that Deutsche Bank is roughly $72 trillion in derivative debt, which probably could be 140 to $50 trillion in derivative debt, all ready to collapse, to send domino chips for everything else. And that's just one simple thing. We have four currencies, and that would include the US dollar, the Japanese yen, the British pound, and also the euro dollar. These four currencies are completely insolvent and all ready to collapse, one after the other. Again, this is where the real problem lies. And of course, the American presidential race is, they're trying to hide this from the people. So it's going to be interesting. And again, the next, all the way up until November the 8th, we're going to see more and more of these events that are going to, take place. Most of it's going to be Hollywood, and what's going to happen after, well, we're still going to get economic collapse. So anyway, I thought I would just share that with you. And again, grab the popcorn, sit down, take a look, and just see what's going to happen. Bye for now.